Today, these players walk in the shadows of legend. And there is the breakthrough goal.
That's what the fans came to see. That's for the history books.
Del Piero! Big games produce big moments.
Have you seen a more freakish goal in A-League history?
Well, the A-League delivers again.
No one is stopping that.
What an unbelievable strike! And the Mariners have done it! Remarkable!
Macarthur FC made the short trip across the city to take on Sydney FC, who were playing at home for the first time in this Isuzu UTE A-League season. It was also the first time that Macarthur's Luke Bratton would face Sydney after he spent 5 seasons with the Sky Blues. The home side were also buoyed by the fact that 3 of their players received Socceroos call-ups this week ahead of next week's international break.
A win that takes them up into the top 6. Bit of room here for Burgess, and he'll slide it through, and Patrick Klimala is away. Goalkeeper out to meet him, and Klimala just slid it under the body, but the flag's gone up. And for the moment at least, it won't count. In comes the cross from Jakalic, and Keely Adamson forces a quite brilliant save out of Andrew Redmayne to keep the scoreboard blank.
That's a fantastic header from Keely Adamson.
Now Jakalic in behind Popovic. Is this the chance? Redmayne makes the save. Still there for Arian Piol. And Popovic makes the block second time around. Back come the Sky Blues again. Segicic got away from his marker. Klimala tightly watched by Slanigic, and there's going to be a card here. Second yellow card for Hayden Matthews, and the newly called up Socceroo is sent off in the final minute of the first half for a second bookable offence. Muskok, Bratton threads the needle nicely for Vujica. 3 in a row here for Macarthur. Oh, yeah! That is unbelievable! A bicycle kick that is absolutely world class from Arian Piol. And the Bulls hit the front with 18 minutes to go. What a goal! Well, put that on the register for the goal of the season. Caceres floats it in, good shape to it, and there's a whole scramble, and it's popped over the line, and Sydney have an equaliser thanks to one of their substitutes, Patrick Wood, who scores against the Bulls once again, and Macarthur have cracked with 2.5 minutes to go, and into double figures in his A-League career.
To say that Quintal has been a major catalyst for what Sydney are doing.
Yeah, that left peg. It's going to be one to watch over the coming seasons. Now, attention switches to the other end. They've got an overload here, the Bulls. It's Valère Germain all the way through. It goes. Jakalic! Finally, he tucks one away. And with only 60 seconds or so left, have Macarthur grabbed all 3 points right at the end.
Breathless.
Well, that was a game that had a bit of everything. Sydney pushing for a winner, and then the Bulls broke, and ultimately broke Sydney FC's hearts with that late Marin Jakalic goal, his 4th of the season, to give Milošević's team the points after quite the battle at Allianz Stadium. Ufuk Talay went into the bunkers, tempers frayed late on, but it's the Bulls who bounce back after 2 straight losses. An afternoon, an early evening of high drama at Allianz, but it's ended with 3 points for the Bulls. Sydney FC 1, Macarthur 2.
After a disappointing start to the season, Western Sydney Wanderers were looking for their first win of the campaign. In fact, the Wanderers hadn't won a match at home since New Year's Day last season. Pressure was building on coach Alen Stajic, who opted to leave superstar Juan Mata on the bench. Meanwhile, Newcastle Jets came in fresh after having the bye last weekend.
In it comes, near post, ball bouncing around. It was Bojan. Krajev at the near post looking to get the touch, and straight back in. over the crossbar from Panazopoulos. What a return to the starting 11 that would have been for him. Shikluna taking an age, somehow manages to come away with the ball. Borello, a little touch for Milanovic, danger for the Newcastle goal, and Ryan Scott is grateful to see that one flash across the face. Comes inside onto that left foot, and then gives it away. Intercepted by Grozos. Gibson, that's nicely done, releasing Wellisol. The flag has stayed down for the moment anyway. Against Brillante, Wellisol goes past him, the cutback, and it's in the back of the net. And now the flag has gone up. Eli Adams was celebrating. It will be that initial pass and Wellisol's run near the halfway line. Milanovic goes straight for goal, deflected it in. And he's got his second goal of this campaign already. Confident from Holmes, that's a great touch from Kleur. 3-on-3 for the Wanderers. Now Kraev joins the attack. Milanovic goes for goal and scores. Doesn't need any help. Fantastic finish with the left boot. Ryan Scott beaten all ends up, and just past the half hour, the Wanderers lead by 2. Kleur looks long for Sapsford. Oh, he's got the better of Natta. The Wanderers in again here, and Zach Sapsford with a great finish gets his first goal of the season into the top corner, and the Wanderers do have a 3-goal cushion now with this result, and into the 6, provisionally at least in this opening match of the round. Panazopoulos still going. Panazopoulos, it's a good stop by Scott. Might just have been going wide, but Scott wasn't to know that. Into the area. Oh, now he's gone down under that challenge. I mean, there is clear contact. He's running full speed into the area, goes around the player.
After review, number 8 has tripped the attacker. It's a penalty.
Costa Grozos goes that way again, this time into the top corner. Ready to come on as play continues. Oh, into the area. What does the referee make of that? Play continues, and the VAR is back on it.
Sure.
That's the definition, I think.
It's pretty straightforward.
Milanovic against Scott, and he drives it into the bottom left-hand corner. Again, Scott got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. Daningham brings it onto the left foot, tries to curl it. Great save. Fingertip stuff from Jordan Holmes, who's done everything asked of him on his first appearance of the season. Now the cross, back in, back post. Oh, that's a brilliant save. If the last was very good, that was outstanding. With an outstretched right boot. It looked like a certain goal at the back post.
And should have been. Sushinya unmarked, good in the air. Can't beat the keeper from close range.
But it will quickly be forgotten, because the main thing to remember from this evening is that after 6 consecutive home defeats, the Western Sydney Wanderers are back in the winner's circle, and they've done it confidently on the back of an outstanding Nicholas Milanovic hat-trick. Wanderers 4, Jets 1.
Melbourne victory came into their clash with Brisbane Roar off the back of an undefeated start. Wins over Melbourne City and Macarthur meant confidence was sky high at Amy Park, while Jason Guerrier and Nishan Voluplay had seen their good form rewarded with Socceroos selection. Brisbane was still without a point after 2 losses and a bye in the first 3 rounds.
And the ball breaks here for Renato Piscopo. There's a little nibble inside the D from Shaw, and it's going to be a Melbourne victory free kick. It's going to be a Ryan Teague. Just got a little touch off the wall. Corey Brown with the corner. Plenty of flight to this one. Berenguer at the back post. Then Waddingham. Billety. Up in the air by Hamill, but not away. Drops for Warland, who just jabs it towards goal. Lawson field for Geordie Valadon. Macklin Freak. Not prepared to take a risk. have been sneaking in that right-hand corner. O'Shea. This is nicely worked by the Raw. And Brown's cross is not bad, and Warninger produces a stunning save out of Jack Duncan. Top draw football all round. Here's Reno Piscopo. Oh, and he skipped past the defender. Brilliantly done. Nishan Valupale's name will appear on the score sheet, but make no mistake, that goal was all down to Reno Piscopo. 1-0 victory. We'll see how this develops. Keegan Jelicic gets the cross in, and Duncan makes a rather unorthodox save, but effective nonetheless to keep Brisbane out. They get the delivery right, it's not bad. Freak, effort to punch the ball clear. Corey Brown, good ball out in front of Rafael Strauch. Good situation this for Brisbane, but it's straight to Duncan. The reward for it, scored by Jason Guerrier. Nobody tracked the defender's run. It was the perfect delivery from the corner, and victory are surely set for 3 points now. Oh, it's clever. Here's Boss. First time cross. I'm not sure Jig Reese was expecting that to come all the way through to him. Well, there we go. Victory, perhaps not quite at their best today, but in the end they didn't need to be. They did more than enough against a rather toothless Brisbane Roar. And two Socceroos with the goals. Nishan Valupale in the first half, Jason Guerrier in the second. Full-time scoreline, Melbourne victory 2, Brisbane Roar 0.
It was a homecoming of sorts for Western United coach John Aloisi, who was one of the most famous names in Australian football to come out of the city of churches. Aloisi wasn't the only familiar face to those of Cooper Stadium. Hiroshi Ibasuki was facing the Reds for the first time since he joined Western after 2 seasons with Adelaide. If that wasn't enough, former Adelaide United youth product Kane Vidmar was given his first start for the opposition.
Delivers back post. Leonard is there, and the ball's in the back of the net. And I think it's Kane Vidmar who wheels away in celebration. It's a set move that worked perfectly. And for the first time this season, Western United have opened the scoring. Alagic, Perias, curling around, and Matt Sutton not taking any chances. It wasn't intentional, but it almost had the desired effect. Perias, it's a great ball for Clough. The cutback arriving, Jovanovic. Oh, it's an own goal, is it? Off Dylan Leonard.
After factual review, the ball crosses the line. The decision is goal.
Well, there you go. An own goal against Dylan Leonard. Ayubi, his cross, back post. Perias is there, great save. Matt Sutton with an outstretched left hand denies Adelaide again. Well, that did look like a penalty. Now, the opportunity. Oh, what a save from Delianov. And now Thurgate following up. Kane Vidmar this time puts it wide. Well, some might say that justice was almost served in the end. Western United, rather, still feeling a little hard done by.
Great save from Delianov.
Here we go. Adelaide back on the front foot. Falami running at Russell. Falami, it's a clever little touch. Square ball, back post. And Adelaide do make it pay. And it's Zach Clough. with his first goal of the season, who drives the ball home under Matt Sutton. Parias. The first time ball for Jarl. Archie Goodwin. Good save. Matt Sutton getting down very well to his right to keep out Archie Goodwin. It's gone behind. It'll be a corner, which Adelaide won't really be in any rush to take. Jarl's ball in. Somehow cleared at the back post. It was allowed to go an awfully long way.
Well, Thurgate again. He's been everywhere. And Western certainly needed him then.
Full-time whistle. It's a winning start for Bart Freeds in an Adelaide United shirt. Disappointment for Hiroshi Ibasuki on his return to Cooper's Stadium. But it's Adelaide that are all smiles. Adelaide provisionally up to third on the table. It's finished here. The Reds 2, Western United 1.
Defending champions Central Coast Mariners hosted the team that nearly pipped them for the premiership last season in Wellington Phoenix. Mark Jackson was hoping his side could find their first victory of the season after they'd drawn all 3 of their matches so far this campaign. Giancarlo Italiano, on the other hand, was looking for his side to bounce back after a crushing defeat at home in the first ever New Zealand derby in round 3.
Now, there's a problem here. Middle of the field, and Alex King is handing out a yellow card. This was a long way off the ball. Ishige gets taken out. So Ishige and Payne standing over it. And it's Payne who looked to inflict some pain on the Mariners with that strike on goal. And now they're going to concede a free kick. Ishige standing over this time. Going for technique. Oh my goodness, what a strike. What a way to open your account in the Isuzu UTE A-League. An absolute peach from Hideki Ishige.
Hideki Ishige with an absolute screamer.
Presence there to win it. Allows this opportunity. Fejau driving. As Ishige is slipped through. Barbarousis in the middle. Lovely ball. Costa has grabbed the goal for Wellington. Well, he thinks so. But for the moment, it is being chalked off.
After a factual review, there is no offside. Goal.
Costa Barbarousis has his 24th goal for the Wellington Phoenix. Third most all-time for them. And it's 2-0. What a priceless lead on the road for Wellington. Versus Sheridan, and Payne somehow gets the cross in. Sutton able to brush it away, but only as far as Kazewski. Now McCalman opens up for Docker. Again, not a bad try from Mikhail Docker. So he is certainly aware of it here. But there's space aplenty for the Wellington Phoenix. Driving in on goal, and Sam Sutton finishes it off for the Wellington Phoenix. A rare goal in this competition. His first in more than 2 years. Wellington Phoenix 3-0 up on the road. It cannot get any better than this for the Knicks. Docker. Brandman again in on goal. Bailey Brandman. Gee, he is trying to turn the momentum of this match. He's best on the floor. Payne. Kolakowski. Stefan Kolakowski. That was lovely, and it was well blocked off by Parage Cullen. So Wellington bounce back from that derby disappointment in the best possible manner with their first win on the Central Coast in 3 years. Mariners 0, Wellington Phoenix 3.
Perth Glory had shown signs of improvement last week after a horror start to the season. David Zrilich's men would take confidence from the fact they managed to keep a clean sheet for the first time since February in a goalless draw with the Mariners in round 3. Melbourne City, meanwhile, were coming off the back of a 1-0 victory against Western United, but it proved costly, with stars Andrew Naboot and Marco Tilio suffering long-term injuries. Aurelio Vidmar was looking to their replacements to step up.
Possession given away here, though. Ugarkovic. Good save by Sale. It was low towards the bottom left corner, and Sale got down to foil Ugarkovic. And there's a good save from Sale. It was nearly the first of a City goal tonight, but Sale's come up with a couple of important stops so far. Suprayan. Cohen. Sees Talbot on the overlap, and that's where the ball goes. Talbot. Now the shot from the angle. Brilliant goal! Melbourne City take the lead in spectacular fashion. It is a rocket from Stephen Ugarkovic outside the area. Ollie Sale is losing it, but Melbourne City don't care. They lead 1-0. All smiles for the visiting team. Andreas Quinn played it to Mehmeti. He's got runners on the right. Cohen. Wrote a challenge. Quinn, Mehmeti, and 2. Would you believe it? Stephen Ugarkovic has scored again. 2 goals in a handful of minutes for Ugarkovic.
It's a smart finish from Ugarkovic, but this is absolutely horrible defending from Perth Glory.
At the start of the second half, though, things have gone from bad to worse, and Andreas Cohen has scored to make it 3-0. Not even 30 seconds on the clock. Chaotic defending, and the Austrian strikes.
Ollie Sale, who was actually one of his side's better players in the first half, gets it all wrong, and Cohen does the rest and just drives it at the target.
Dunbar. Cohen! Great goal! And a first goal in the Isuzu UTE A-League for Jonathan Cohen. Not the biggest celebration, but it is a moment of quality that his plate tonight has been threatening. He provides the finishing touch. Rachmani, first touch. Plays it to the 18-year-old Dunbar. And now back to Rachmani. Young talent time for City. And here's the cross. Mehmeti! A first A-League goal. A brilliant moment for the 17-year-old striker. Medin Mehmeti is off the mark. And the full-time whistle is relief for the Glory. And Melbourne City, job done in Perth. David Zrilich, there will be soul searching over the international break. But for Melbourne City, in a week where Marco Tilio went down to a hamstring injury and Andrew Naboot was out for the season with a knee, they have played the kids and they have loved what they've seen. It's going to be a very happy flight back across the Nullarbor for Melbourne City. Perth Glory 0, Melbourne City 5.
And so at the end of round 4, Melbourne victory on top of the Isuzu UTE A-League table. However, the undefeated Auckland FC do have a game in hand after they had the bye in round 4. Join us after the international break for what is sure to be an incredible Unite round.